Sex by Gregory Elias Triamphilides. I am the 30-year-old Catholic author whose compositions include James Bach, A True Conversion, and a James Man on Amazon. I have been a Christian most of my life. I am in a psychology class at my local community college, and that is the initial reason why I'm creating this composition. In this writing, I will contradict what I wrote in my earlier written books, and that is what I intend to do because I want to. I will not allow previous belief perseverance get in the way of my creativeness. Excuse me. I chose the topic of sex because it is taboo, because it's taboo nature in my personal life and the lives of many others. Sexuality is everywhere, in movies, television, books, and on the internet. I think sex should be talked about more freely and openly, and not be such a taboo subject of conversation. Sex is described as the sum of the structural, function, and behavioral characteristics of organisms that are involved in reproduction, marked by the union of gametes and that distinguish males and females in the Webster Dictionary. The definition, although it seems to be correct, does not include transsexuals and hermaphrodites. By hermaphrodites, I mean those who are born with a vagina and a penis. They either have male or female breasts, depending on which sex is more dominant. By transsexuals, I mean those who are born male or female who feel like the opposite sex. Transsexuals used to be diagnosed as having gender dysphoria, but not anymore. Most people who think of the word sex are thinking about sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse has two definitions in the Webster's Dictionary. The first of which is heterosexual intercourse involving penetration of the vagina by the penis, coitus. And this is the version that is accepted by Christian churches, but not practical for the 21st century. The second definition of intercourse is intercourse such as anal or oral intercourse does not involve penetration of the vagina by the penis. This definition is only accepted by the church if it is done in a heterosexual way. The Christian church discourages sexual intercourse before marriage and also sex with 3 or more people at a time. I realize that some people are not religious and or do not care about what is written in the Bible with regards to sexual intercourse, and that is fine. I can be with you, so to speak, and on your disagreement with the biblical way. Intercourse is defined as basically having intercourse without really going in. Hence, intercourse, also known as dry sex or dry humping. Some people prefer this since there is no direct skin-to-skin contact, meaning no STDs or pregnancy usually can lead to. It can usually lead to the point of orgasm from both male and female. This also includes breast sex, which is defined as when a man sticks his penis between a woman's breast and thrusts to create friction like sex. Masturbation is sexual stimulation of especially one's own genital organs by bodily contact apart from sexual intercourse and used by the use of the hand. That could include, but is not limited to, what is known as a hand job. A hand job is when a person stimulates another person's penis with their hand, usually resulting in ejaculation. Ejaculation is what happens when a person ejaculates. To ejaculate means to eject from a living body, specifically to eject semen in orgasm. Sex can be consensually violent, and such sexual practices as bondage, discipline, and sadomasochism, BDSM. By BDSM, I mean a physical, psychological, and usually sexual power role play with consensual participants. Participants in BDSM often incorporate whips, chains, ropes, belts, handcuffs, and other various sex toys that can be purchased from Spencer's or a sexual novelty shop. BDSM style sex is featured in 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed books and movies. Someone created the periodic table of kings, see figure 1.1, which looks like a scientific periodic table of elements, but has all the fetishes on it. A fetish is an object or bodily part with real or fantasized presence is psychologically necessary for sexual gratification, and that is an object of fixation to the extent that it may interfere with complete sexual expression. There is nothing wrong with violent sex as long as it is consensual and no one dies. The reason I say nobody dies is because I remember watching about 10 years ago a bestiality pornographic clip of a man who had anal sex with a male horse for drugs and died in the sexual act. That is not good because he died. Obviously, bestiality is having sexual relations between a human being and a lower animal. Pornography, porn, is defined as printed or visual material containing the explicit description or display of sexual organs or activity intended to stimulate sexual excitement. There are stores that specifically sell pornography, some of which also sell sex toys. In the USA, you can buy porn from Royal Farms gas station. Everyone loves porn. A lot of people secretly love porn. This is common among religious people who quote-unquote deny themselves many earthly pleasures, including the watching of pornography, because they believe it offends God. There is no scientific evidence to support religious claims on the subject because, for one thing, there is no scientific proof that a God exists. I'm not saying God does not exist. I'm just saying that by the method that humans find out what is true in the universe, by trial and error through experimentation, shows no evidence of God. My problem with self-denial is it can encourage self-loathing. There are so many different varieties of porn on the internet and in magazines to please both males and females. Prostitution is the act or practice of engaging in promiscuous sexual relations, especially for money. I know that it is illegal in most states. Medical prostitution should be legal in all states and countries. Medical prostitution would be prostitution used for medical purposes. The medical patient would have sex with a prostitute and be tested by a doctor, either during or immediately after sexual intercourse. Cindy Clay of the DC organization HIPS agrees with me with this. HIPS stands for Helping Individual Prostitutes Survive. They work with the DC Center for Disease Control and offer a wide variety of services to people who live in the city. Excuse me. There are many websites where people can go and pay to see someone on a webcam perform a sexual act. Websites such as Omegle, Live Jasmine, Bonga Cams are websites that specifically cater to sexually explicit live action and chatting. Sometimes people record them and stick them on Pornhub and Xvideos, which are free porn websites. Porn can also be created on Skype and Twitch, as long as the session is recorded by one of the people involved. FetLife is a website like Facebook for people who have fetishes and are into BDSM. There are many sexual stereotypes that are not necessarily true, except in professional porn. For instance, black males have bigger penises than white men, or women who have tattoos are wilder than women without tattoos. There is also the stereotype that blondes have more fun than brunettes, which I think is incorrect and inaccurate. Young people learn what sex is, how to perform it, and what status it has, largely through discourse. It seems as if people are starting to have sexual intercourse younger and younger these days. I conclude that consensual sex between two adults above the age of consent is good, whether the participants are married or not. Different things turn on different people to different degrees. Everyone is an individual as far as that is concerned. Medical prostitution should be legal. There's a periodic table of kings. Here, all my sources. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video.